Welcome to a special bonus episode of Countdown to Infinity and Avengers podcast. So, if you haven't heard our first episode of season 2, I would advise you go back one episode and listen to it. This season, we're going to be talking about every single superhero in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and whether we think they'll survive Endgame, where they think they're going to go. We'll talk about our favorite scenes from their movies. Andrew talks about some of their paths in the comic books. And thank you guys so much for listening. It's been a couple days since the first episode came out, and the response has been really good. We were really worried that no one really wanted a second season, and so we talked about it, and it looks like a lot of people are listening. And this bonus episode should happen every single week. We don't just want to be the only people hyped up for Endgame before it comes out. We want you guys to be just as excited. So if you go to @DelphinPod on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, we're asking questions all week, and we're going to have a show dedicated to answering them or just hearing your thoughts and your ideas. So today we're going to talk about Iron Man. It's Iron Man's week. We asked a couple questions. The first question we asked was what your favorite Iron Man moment was ever. If you remember, John and Andrew and I, we talked about our favorite Iron Man movie, but you guys had some on your own. I'm going to just say handles from, I'm not going to say your names. Maybe I will. Never mind. Yeah. So Zaire Johnson said two of his favorite moments was his fight with Captain America and Bucky, and of course his fight with Thanos. And Austin Michael Butler agrees as well with you. He said he loved the fight between him, Captain America, and Bucky. They say it's incredible, and I agree. That's something that definitely slipped what we had on our list, but that fight was so insane to see two of the biggest heroes in Marvel Cinematic Universe going at it. It kind of shows how powerful Iron Man is because he technically was against two people there, Bucky and Captain America.
Analyze his fight pattern.
Scanning. Countermeasures ready.
Let's kick his ass. He's my friend. So was I.
Jose said that his favorite moment was when he got stabbed. I don't know what that means, but I think he's talking about the scene where Thanos skewers him like a kebab on that planet in Infinity War. I will say it was a very dramatic scene. All of that was really insane. And yeah, I mean, Iron Man, for some reason, thought that initially, I think he was going to go try to kill Thanos himself, and only luckily joined, Doctor Strange and Spider-Man and the Guardians. And even then, they couldn't get rid of Thanos. So it's kind of crazy that he decided, I'm going to go and I'm going to get rid of Thanos. But maybe he didn't know how powerful Thanos was. But yeah, that was a really dramatic scene. Yeah, we definitely agree. And another thing that we asked you guys was whether or not you thought that Thanos was going to survive Endgame, or what you guys think was going to happen in Endgame. I think a lot of us have a really strong emotional connection with Iron Man, and so we definitely want him to survive. Well, we asked all of you guys on Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook, and it was a lot tighter than I thought. Some people had a really strong opinion about it, but it ended up with 54% of you guys think that he will survive Endgame, and 46% of you guys think that he won't. As a matter of fact, I read something really, really cool that AJ, one of our listeners, said or sent on Instagram. He said, Iron Man won't survive, but Tony will, I hope, which is a really cool idea. And I think it kind of comes into play in Iron Man 3 in the beginning of Infinity War. He already sort of retired the Iron Man persona, but I think, yeah, definitely, even if he doesn't die, this may definitely be the end of Iron Man. But yeah, so that's just another thing, another theory. Keep sending us all of your ideas for what's going to happen in Endgame. We're going to definitely talk about them every single week with you after our main episode comes out. But yeah, this has been a great Iron Man week. Next week, get excited because we may be going to Asgard.